The project team has identified several risks that could impact the project and documented them in the risk register. One specific risk, the late arrival of a permit to build the foundation, has been ranked as the most critical because it could cause the largest delay in the project. What process best describes this ranking? A. Plan risk management. B. Quantitative risk analysis. C. Qualitative risk analysis. D. Identify risk. A project manager has taken over an agile project that is about 50% complete. While reviewing the product backlog, the project manager notices that the requirements are not in an order he understands. How is the product backlog prioritized? A. By schedule. B. By cost. C. By regulation. D. By value. The project team has determined that their velocity is currently 14 story points per sprint. They need to calculate the total size of the project in terms of story points. What is the total size of the project in terms of story points? A. 150B, 140C, 130D, 110. The sponsor has requested a report detailing the resources being used on the project. They would like the resources to be categorized to make the information easier to understand. What process will the project manager use to create this report? A. Develop schedule. B. Define activities. C. Sequence activities. D. Estimate activity resources. The project team has been working diligently for the past 4 months to program a financial application, and they have now completed it. The project manager informs the team that the quality control team will inspect the application next. What process group best describes the work the team has completed so far? A. Closing. B. Planning. C. Executing. D. Monitoring and controlling. The project manager and the project team are reviewing completed deliverables to ensure they meet the performance requirements outlined in the requirements documentation. This is done to avoid any issues when the customers are invited to inspect the deliverables. What is the best output of this process? A. Requirements documentation. B. Verified deliverables. C. Project management plan. D. Accepted deliverables. The project sponsor has signed off on the project charter and informed the project manager to focus on keeping costs down and completing the project under budget. The project manager agrees to do their best to achieve this. What should the project manager do next? A. Meet with the team to determine where money can be saved on the project. B. Meet with the stakeholders to gather their requirements. Create the WBSD, implement the project cost reduction program. The project manager has released the project team, completed the final lessons learned, and then finalized the project report. However, the PMO has expressed dissatisfaction with this approach. What has the project manager done wrong? A. Nothing. These are the normal steps to closing a project. B. Writing the final report after the lessons learned. C. Not informing the PMO about releasing the team. D. Releasing the team, and then doing lessons learned. Agile methodology is known for delivering value incrementally throughout the project lifecycle, while traditional methodologies often deliver value at specific points, such as at the end of the project. What is the main benefit of conducting a project using Agile methodology versus traditional methodology? A. Traditional delivers value all up front. Traditional delivers value at the beginning. C. Agile delivers value incrementally. D. Agile projects require funding up front. While working on a project, the project manager asks the team to incorporate more user feedback into the deliverables. In an Agile project, there is a specific event where customers provide feedback on the product. In an Agile project, where do customers give the team feedback on the product? A. Retrospective. B. Sprint review. Sprint planning meeting. D. Release feedback. The project manager is managing a large building renovation project. While the project team is nearing the completion of the planning phase, the sponsor informs the project manager that new regulations require the project to be completed within 6 months. Failure to meet this timeline means the building cannot open to the public. What best represents this situation? Assumptions. B. Constraints. C. Work packages. D. Deliverables. While working on a network upgrade project, a team member installs the network connection and then configures the router to work with the network connection. The network connection must be completed before the router can be configured. What kind of dependency does this situation represent? A. Mandatory dependency. B. Discretionary dependency. C. External dependency. D. Internal dependency. The project team has completed 60% of the deliverables when management informs the project manager that the project will be canceled immediately. The team will be reassigned to a new project that management considers more important. What should the project manager do right away? A. Return to planning to understand why the project might have been terminated. B. Immediately release the team and start working on the new project. C. Inform the project team. Conduct a lessons learned session and formally release the team from the project. D. Inform management that the project cannot stop because the deliverables are 60% done.